time onwards, I'll be able to join.
Okay, we are not here tomorrow, but next Thursday we are not here either because next Thursday we have the Super Crash course. I mean, next week is the whole week of Super Crash course, right? And over the weekend, next weekend, we'll meet up for 2 days. So this is going to be exciting. So no Kahoot, no sessions during the week because you guys will be doing lots of questions throughout the week on your own, right? And then we'll meet up for the big event, the Super Crash Course review. We had tons of people passing the board yesterday, today. My email is overflowing. You know, we had people crying, all kinds of things today. You know, that I got 2 calls with people crying. I'm like, what happened? What did I do? They pass, and that is super cool. I mean, I get chills. I mean, it is the best moment ever. You know, but I never got 2 people crying on the same day. Usually I got 1, but not 2. So that is pretty cool in a good way, right? Tears of happiness are the best tears, right? It's gratitude. It is crossing the line for everything you have done. Now you are on to open your clinic, open your shop, or work the hours, go be in Italy at the beach and see some patients and do good. I mean, it is the dream. I mean, I would love that. Just I couldn't convince my wife. But anyways, we're there. One day I'll get there. All right, folks. It is 7:06. So I'm actually late. So we're about to start. Good luck, everyone. Use your phone to pick the answer, okay? And after each question, we discuss things. Do your best to understand that Kahoot is not a full answer. You get points for being right, and you get points for being fast. Good luck, everyone, and let's start the game. Okay, so 1 second, guys. Okay. Oh. All right, let's take a look here. Creating tools to evaluate progress and treatments efficiently. So the question was incorrect, right? Did anyone took a picture of that? It was keyed in incorrectly, correct?
It said the correct answer was A, but the correct answer is B, I believe.
It's B. It's B. Okay, that's why the correct answer is B, creating tools to evaluate. So 45 of you guys got it right. I just wanted to ensure that, and I'm super sorry you didn't get the points. I'm telling you guys, creating Kahoot is a marathon. It's 6 hours a day on the daily basis, and still it's very hard. But anyways, you guys got it right. All right, so let's keep on moving here.
I can't type my answers. Sorry. How can I put the answer in?
All right. This is super important, right? And the order matters. If this had identified stakeholders and then potential barriers and facilitator would be incorrect. Remember, this is the first potential barriers and facilitator. Then usually here would be stakeholders after. Okay, very important, super important. I would know this and I would make a note. Now take a look here what the full answer would look like here for D. We have to be very creative on these answers. Okay, thank you guys. So understand what might hinder or help the implementation of new guidelines allow the PMHNP to plan strategically, ensuring smoother transition and higher chances of success, right? So identifying potential barriers and facilitator to policy adaptation is often the most critical step in the policy change process, okay? And then stakeholders after. Order matters. The order matters a lot. All right, excellent. So anytime you hear welcome to Congratulations Miami Cricket, Dr. J-Lo, Mary, and Bana. All right. So anytime you hear quality improvement, immediately you got to think about three things. Immediately, quality improvement, retrospective chart reviewing, PDSA. And by the way, you need to know what the letters for P stand for. D, do, S, study, A, act. Is the process that we went over, how to clean the rooms, all the process and all the way to the end. And then we kind of find out what happened. And then we make improvements, right? So the third thing that you need to remember is sometimes questions with quality improvement will come with reviewing the stuff, our colleagues. But immediately, two things that you need to remember: retrospective chart reviewing, PDSA, and sometimes survey our colleague and stuff. Okay, then you have to decide which one is better. So usually, if it's a scale transformation, a bigger scale involving different department, PDSA is a great choice. If it's just reviewing the processing within your unit, retrospective chart review could be more appropriate, okay? All right. There's a medication, then a survey could be the most appropriate. right, so there is a hidden message that's very important here. Good job, everyone here. Most of you guys picked using a standardized scale to measure symptoms and treatment outcome. That is the holy thing in psychiatry. You got to use the scales, okay? That is very important. You will see questions like that most likely on the board, because using scales allows you to objectively see if the treatment is working or not, right? It provides, if you use a PHQ9 this today, and you use it again 4 weeks, and then you use it again later on, and you can judge how the patient is doing in addition to subjective encounter questions that you may answer, right? So another one that's super important, MMSE, specifically over time, right? Because it helps us to identify cognitive deficit, right? Specifically, or most of the time related to dementia, okay? But remember, scales in psychiatry is an important concept. All right, we got 15 seconds. All right. When do we see, I took a picture here because this is also important. When do we see quality improvement? What are the three things that immediately should come to mind? One should be PDSA, 2, retrospective chart review, and 3, surveying the stuff, right? So surveying the healthcare team to identify the knowledge gap and training needs. So the question, I took a picture here because otherwise I would not remember. Quality improvement project to integrate a new evidence-based intervention for treatment of PTSD in the community setting. So we are going to introduce a new project. So we need to survey the staff to identify what they know or don't know about the training, that new EBP project. Yeah. So here is the full answer.
Come on.
Mm-hmm.
All right, be careful your mics are on, so that way you're not saying anything that you don't mean to. Okay. All right, we'll move on. It's a hard question, okay? But what would you do first? What would you do first? What is the first thing, first action before you do anything? Wow. I thought this was a super hard question, right? Because yeah, like creating community program to raise awareness of early psychosis. Yeah, super important. But before you start anything, before you don't reinvent the wheel, right? What processes do we have in place currently so we can better understand what is the baseline, and then from there we can improve. So reviewing the organization current protocol for manage first episode cases should be your starting point, right? Not that the other options they are not good. It's just not the first thing you do. The logical first step in the process of a policy development is knowing what is your policy, right? This allows to identify gaps in care, determine how new evidence-based practice can be integrated to improve outcome. But I thought this was a very tricky question because educating the public is a good answer for anything, right? About early detection, collaborating with other providers. That's an awesome answer too, because if when you collaborate, the board loves collaboration. And professional development on the new medication, it is also a good option. But if you look at the A, C, and D, they kind of almost goes together, while A or B, comprehensive chart review, is kind of stand out on its own, okay? Okay, if you want to move any project, there is a magical word that you always have to say to improve patients' outcome. Okay, that is the magic word. Sure, we want to increase productivity. Sure, we want to decrease cost. Sure, all that is valid and is definitely something that we need to think about. But the primary focus is to improve healthcare outcome in behavioral health, right? So that is a patient-centered type of care, right? So showing improved outcome and patient satisfaction aligns with the principle of evidence-based practice and patient-centered care. Again, the answers do not necessarily allow me to be full answers, so we have to kind of improvise a little bit as we go along. All right, so when they manage hospitals or units, we have lots of people with good ideas and they do not dismiss them at all, right? Never, never, never dismiss anybody for whatever reason it is. Even if it's the most silly thing, you really listen because it could be something that you could learn from, right? But do you want to grab my attention? Come to me with a problem and with some supported evidence. Immediately, I'll make sure that that project moves as much as I can do within my abilities, right? If you come to me with a problem and I'll add an evidence-based solution, that is the whole pie that we're looking for. Because we all have good ideas, but there is many flaws along the way. And as an organization, we want to minimize risks, right? If we have an evidence base that's supported by meta-analysis, it is a great, probably a great change. See, research does not guarantee anything. It's highly suggest. Okay, it's not a guarantee that everyone will take this medication because it was part of meta-analysis. No, it's highly suggestive, right? That a change should be made. All right, 2, 1. All right. I know that cruise to Jamaica's ocean reels can actually sound pretty good, but if it's paid by the pharmaceutical company, please don't go. That could easily cost your license, right? 7 days cruise, Jamaica Beach. Yeah, I'll take that, but I'll take that out of pocket. Okay, do not be involved or accept small things compared to the long road that all of us took, right? So be careful in protecting your license. Sometimes just the perception could be very damaging, and the hospital, they will look out for themselves, right? They'll be like, oh, well, sorry. You know, the rope always break at the shorter or the weakest link. So unfortunately, sometimes it is us, and sometimes the hospital try to protect us. But when it comes to the hospital reputation, they most likely going to take action against you.
Dr. Lopez,
Yes.
this is kickback, right?
I'm sorry?
This is kickback,
Yes. Yes.
not stop
Absolutely.
loss. That's
No,
kickback.
not, yeah, not start kickback. That is kickback. Yeah. All right. Great point. Do not go on a cruise. Do not accept money, sometimes more than $50 or $25 meals or anything else. I'm not sure what happened. Who's sharing stuff? Okay, never mind. Okay, so accepting grants and items from pharmaceutical represent the C. So you want to prevent, right? So that's what you, so accepting educational grants and promotional items can create a perceived or real conflict of interest. So the question should have taken a picture. The question said, how can you prevent, right? Potentially influencing the nurse practitioner, prescribing habits, and compromise the ethical standards of practice. All right, we'll keep moving. All right, do you have a question there?
Would that one be D? Because it said to prevent, right?
Yeah, I think I wish I took the picture. I don't have it.
Misleading. The question is misleading. I chose D also.
Okay. Okay. So basically, you do not want to accept educational grants and promotional items that can create a perceived or real conflict of interest. Okay. So you do not accept instead of accepting. Or if you accept, it would be compromising your ethical principles, right? So, question was weird for sure. All right, we got about 5 seconds left. Pick your best answer. All right, and that's it. All right, so this is a perfect example of a easy question that you must know. And it's not only PICO, right? T is kind of easy, but we start putting T's answers, telehealth, treatment, time. This other crazy answer type of a infosonia that doesn't even exist. So never pick an answer that you never heard of. That's the first thing. Never, 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 never. If you never heard of, is most likely not the correct answer. Why? The board use gold standard. So if you're like, what is eclastic therapy and so forth, and you never heard of it, do not pick that answer. Okay? Now, the point that I want to make is you need to know PICO by the letter. You need to know cage by the letter. You need to know PDSA by the letter. Okay? So what else? You need to know
Frames
by the letter. So these are the five
Craft.
things. Craft as well. So these are the 5 things that we need to know. So you got to write it down. So someone can please put in the chat box. We talked about this yesterday, right? You are very likely to get a PICO question just like that. Well, and then it seems easy. P, right? But potential for medication errors. P for places where the research takes. P for patients. You know, they can make things hard when the subject should be easy. So make sure we do not wing it. Make sure that we truly know, so that way we can collect those easy points, okay? We cannot afford. There are some questions that are just hard because they are subjective. You know, maybe we are taking this level and they are taking a little bit harder, but questions that is memorization, module 1, questions like knowing PICO, cage, we cannot afford to lose those points, okay? And they will be on the test, most likely. Yeah. So know the T is time, right? The time frame. Okay. P for patient or population, I is for the intervention, and then you are going to compare your C is for comparing the placebo versus the intervention. Then you O is for your outcome, and the T, the time, the response, okay? All right, we got 5 seconds. Pick your best answer. 3, 2, and 1. All right, so that is probably a very common issue in a community, right? Sometimes we have a group and we get attached to the group and we really put our heart into our work, but it's time to go. How do you break this news, right? You just tell them, hey guys, by the way, next week I am moving to another job. Or, hey, I'm not gonna say anything until the last day. Or being forward and honest and truthful about it. It is the best way, even if sometimes may hurt some feelings, but the earlier, problems do not get better by sitting on them. They just don't. Right, so we have to come forward, say, hey, I'm leaving, but here are some resources that could be helpful to you. Okay. All right, here's the full explanation. All right, let's do this. Be careful, think through this question, okay? There is a hidden message you need to know. All right, we got 5 seconds left. All right, so that is the hidden message that I was trying to convey here, right? We have to respect the patient's autonomy, sure, but do we do this blindly, right? Oh, I don't want to take my medication. Sure, go to psychotherapy. Is that the depth of our education? No, right? We want to honor the patient's decisions and autonomy, yet our job is to inform, right? So if you come to me and say, I would like to stop my antipsychotics, I said, okay, great. You know, let's review how you did. What are the symptoms you improved? What are the perceived side effects? And then we can discuss how to better stop if you choose to do so, right? So do not just say, good to go, I will honor your request and move on. Your job is to educate, right? See what are the concerns, maybe alternatives. If someone comes to you, this is very important. If someone comes to you and says, hey, I would like acupuncture to help me with my major depressive disorder. So your job is to collect the information, look at the research, and provide alternatives, right? And that is totally okay. They may use acupuncture for pain, and they may use acupunctures for major depressive disorder and other conditions as well, right? All right. So again, Kahoot does not allow me to put a full answer, right? But I was just interested to kind of better understand the red option here, right? So two of you guys, maybe it was a mistake, maybe you were too fast and you picked incorrectly. But again, it's the same case as the schizophrenia antipsychotic medication. Sure, I would like to honor your request, but let's go ahead and discuss how, what are your perceived risks and benefit, right? So our job is to educate, okay? Questions will be most likely longer answers that will give you more detail. But the essence is your job is to allow the patient to do what they want. They are entitled to their opinions, but you also want to give them informed consent, right? And also inform them of the decisions. Educate. So do we want to minimize the risk? No, we want to tell them, hey, the risk is one. Like today, I received some consents, and he said the risk is 1 in 500. The risk is 1 or 5 in 1,000 for certain for a eye condition, right? So we don't want to minimize the risk. We want to tell them how it is here or the likelihood that it could happen, right? So in that case, we want to include the potential risks and benefit, right? We don't want to say, yeah, this is going to be super good for you and all that. No, you tell them exactly what is the risks and what is the benefits without trying to convey your personal opinion, right? Remember, in order to give informed consent, what are the things that we need to do? Go ahead. Someone else had the question. If you want to unmute yourself, go ahead. Okay. Maybe not. All right. I thought if someone had the question, but no questions, we'll keep on moving. All right. So we're almost there, right? But what can we learn about this? Sometimes, and a lot of times, this is true. You will have a true statement in the question that does not answer the question, right? This question specifically, the patient's thinking about ECT. If I say ECT is highly effective with minimal side effects, could be possibly a true statement, but did it really answer the question? No, you want to offer the patient informational sessions to discuss the procedures, benefits, and risks. That is a full, complete answer, right? But this is also true that is highly effective at treatment with minimal side effects, but it is never the best answer if it did not answer the question. So always watch out for a question or answer that is a true statement but does not answer the question. That is super high yield, and almost every question you have a catch like this, right? All right, we are almost there, right? Almost 100%. But the principle is the same. Provide the patient with information, discuss the potential risk, okay? All right, the same principle of our research that we've been talking about, just some different examples here.
Dr. Lopez.
1 second, my dear. We'll get to you in a second. Let's just honor those. Tam got the 3rd place today. Jan, okay, and 1st place for tonight is... All right, Gina, good job. Then we have 4th, Ham and Sweets. All right, I like Sweets. Great. All right. So, guys, it's great to be on the podium, right? Is a recognition of your work and how things are going for you, and this is where you should aim. However, every time we make a mistake, we learn a lot more than just getting the questions right. So the reason we are here is to answer the questions fast, maybe discuss some topics, and have fun, right? Now, so your goal now is to go back to the question bank and answer all module 5, right? All module 5, so which is ethics, legal principle, and cultural concerns. You may have 100, 200 questions. I don't remember how many questions there are in the whole module 5, but there are a lot. Just go back and do module 5. So that way you learn with us and you apply what you learned. Okay, let's see here. Who has a question?
I did say, Dr. Lopez, the last 3 questions, 2 or 3 questions, are they...
Joseph Camner, Jean Baptiste.
Are they beneficence?
I wouldn't know because I don't quite remember. But what is the principle of non-maleficence?
Non-maleficent, I understand that. I mean, the patient has a side effect and you
withhold it. Yeah.
You hold it. But beneficent, that you are prescribing, you're doing this for the best interest. So if you talk to the patient and about the side effect and all the potential, so that is the act of beneficent, right?
Yes, if you're prescribing the right medication for the right condition, yes.
Okay.
All right. Great question there. Let me see who's next. Let me see who's the hand raised. I have to go by the hand, okay, guys, because that way it's fair. Cam.
Hi, Dr. Lopez. First of
Hello.
all, thanks again. I love Kahoot. It's always fun.
Yeah.
The question that I have, when you sent out the test, the 6 quizzes prior to the last review, are those quizzes, and forgive me, I don't recall the content, are they specific to the modules? Like quiz 1 was, fashioned by module 1, quiz 2, module 2, or was it just a mix?
It was a mix because
Okay.
as we get to the crash course review, you will have like a questionnaires, and then you have a question on PHA at the end. So that
Sure,
way,
of course.
it's just much like the board. But what it is too is that each topic of the crash course review has been turned into a question. At minimum, that is the
Understood.
teaching point to kind of get your mind going, right?
Yeah, those quizzes are wonderful. I need to do them again. I scored
Yes.
well, I think, but I still want to do them again. They're really helpful.
Yes. Now the the diagnostic test is the most high yield of all, right? So if
I'm
you're
holding
scoring-
off to the last minute because
Holding
I'm
off.
nervous.
Okay. All right, but don't be holding
All right.
off too long, okay? Not
No,
too long.
I won't. I won't do it the night before. Okay, thank
Okay.
you.
Awesome. Okay.
All right, thanks.
My pleasure. See who's next here. It is Antoniette. You have a question?
Oh yes, Dr. Lopez, thank you very
Hi.
much. I did do the I went through the questions for this module. There were a lot of like typos.
Uh-huh.
Makes it a little bit difficult to answer because you have to like at some point
Yeah.
I'm like, is this a typo? Like comparison when you had I was like, are you trying to trick me or is it a typo? So there were so many typos that I had I would get it wrong because I thought maybe it was not a typo, but it was a typo. And then when I think it's not a typo, then it's a typo.
It is.
I understand the work that it takes, but I just wanted to let, if people want to take it, that it has a lot of typo, but kind of like, yes, they're good questions. Just you have to really take time. Yeah.
So yeah, we're moving to a new system. We're moving. It's just taking long nights to move. So we're moving, cleaning it up. You guys, I can't promise when.
You're muted. Dr. Lopez, you're muted.
Oh, thank you. I didn't even know I was muted. For some reason, sometimes it does this to me. So I think you were referring to the question bank, and we are moving the question bank. The diagnostic tests.
Yes, the question bank is what I'm referring
Right,
to.
yes. So what she was talking about, it was the crash course review, the ones that are most latest. That's the one that I did. But the other one, I have my team that have to write it for me and put it in for me, and sometimes there will be mistakes. But just to let me know, and then I'll be more than happy to correct. But as I'm moving those questions, I am looking at each one of them now and moving to the new system to catch those errors and help you guys in different ways, okay? Thank you for that. I appreciate. Next one is Stella.
Hi, Dr. Lopez. Thank you.
Hello.
Do we have, apart from those questions per module on the question bank, is there any other question bank?
So there is the question bank and there is the crash course review, which is not inside the question bank, right? So I only release the crash course during the crash course, right? Now, if you've been with us for a while,
Yes.
email, if you already have it, is probably 600 questions only on the crash course review that is not in a question bank.
Yes, okay. Okay, got it. Thank you. See you next week.
See you next week. So no Kahoot next week, no mid of the week class. We're all meeting up 2 long days. Bring all your questions throughout the week. If you have questions about anything, email me, right? So we can talk and discuss those things. So it doesn't mean because we're not meeting live, we're not communicating. So email me any issues or concerns that you have, always email me, okay?
What is the next class? Thank you.
So we'll be sending the link for the crash course review as soon as probably Tuesday, every day. And you'll be getting the link and you'll be getting a assignment for the day, right? So that way we have kind of like a little bit pre-work, and then we'll start it together and post work. So pre, during, and after. That way it's not just the content we are going live, but we'll put into practice. Okay. So it's going to be a
weekend time.
Go ahead.
Weekend time. The next crash course.
What about it?
You say the next week we have crash course.
Yes, the next crash course is going to be the 20th and the 21st of this month.
My birthday. Okay.
Yeah, Saturday and Sunday. It's 2 long days, but it will be recorded. Okay, we'll be recorded, and we're going to replace it. Yeah, already.
Thank you, though.
Thank you. All right, Tim, do you have a question there?
Yes, thank you, Dr. Lopez.
Hello.
Hi, I just want to thank you. I found you actually 2 days ago on YouTube. So
Oh, nice. Thanks.
I'm 3 weeks from finishing up my postgrad. So
Wow.
but I want to thank you. So my question is this: I signed up for your 30-day walkthrough yesterday.
Okay.
So should I follow that in the same exact order, whereas I should be doing module 1, or should I be jumping over to module 5 with the question bank from what we did tonight?
Okay, that's actually a great question. Okay, so it depends, when are you thinking of testing?
So I've submitted my application. I'm still waiting for my referral date, which is October 7th. ANCT has all my paperwork, but I haven't set up a date yet. My hope is to take it sometime mid-October.
Mid-October. Okay. All right. So realistically, I think end of October. Okay, because it's going to take you a little bit. But let me walk you through it, the program as we speak, so that way you can see where things are and feel a little bit more comfortable. Okay, but I'm glad that you're already thinking about doing module 5. So did you attend the 2 live reviews that we did, or no?
No, this is my I just joined.
Okay. So here's how should work, everyone. So once you sign in, let me go here to the home page. That's when you sign in, you get your clock. So Tim, first thing you need to know is that we are going to support you over 30 days, whatever it takes. There is no extra charge. We say 30 days walk to success. The meaning in my mind is that you can get wet in 30 days. It doesn't mean that we'll stop supporting you, okay? So take however it takes you to feel ready. There is no rush. Once you come in, this is your first action, Tim, is to complete the pre-diagnostic test.
Yeah, I did that actually earlier today. I was a little discouraged when I got my final results.
But please don't. Please don't. The average is about 55.
Okay. I was distraught because I got a 65.
Okay. All right. I mean, that's good. Okay. That's not a bad review. Now, do not look at the answers, because you are going to review the content and be tested on the same test later on. That means if the education provided was good and effective, we should see an increase to 80%. We want you to be at 80%. You defeat the test if you look at the answers and memorize it, then we don't know if we helped you or not. Okay, so once you take that, you start your training here. First, module 1. And this is the most important part. The modules for each module is under the first video. Okay, so then you press here.
Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Dr.
And you are in. Make sure you download your PDF for this module and keep on going. So if you go back to here and say, okay, where's the module, or where's the PDF for module 2? Go to all trainings here. Go to module 2. The first training of module 2 is training number 1, mental status examination, and you are going to find the PDF for module 2. The same is true for all trainings, crash course review. Go to module 6. You
so
have
I follow it strategically in order where I watch the video first, read the PDF next, and then move on from there.
Yeah, so what I was trying to say is that you complete module 1 on your own and you download the PDF. The PDF is for the entire module 1.
Okay.
Now, once you finish module 1, then you go back to the other website. It's a different website, and you do the question bank.
Okay, that was the second email I got from you.
Right. So you always follow this. So you go on your own, question bank, module 2 on your own and question bank. And the third layer of that is that you participate on the live classes with me. If we do it that way, you have covered everything on your own, which is the most important part, and you have covered everything with me that allows the face-to-face interactions, discussions, whatever is in your mind that allows us to talk about it. But you always do the question bank after you do the learning, so that way you can apply what you learn. It's a big mistake if you do all the videos of all the modules and then go try to do the question bank harder that way.
And then for the live sessions, it doesn't matter what content you're covering that night, even if I haven't reached that module yet, correct?
Yes, correct. Because it doesn't matter. The idea is that you are going to be covering the same material at least twice, one by yourself and one with me. Preferably, we are not in sync, because if you started today module 1 and tonight I'm going to do module 1, it's not going to be very effective. We want to be a little bit apart.
Right.
Yeah, let's say you started module 1 last week and you have module 1 2 weeks or today, that is effective. But if we are matching, that is not good, because it's just the repeating of what you learned this morning, right? We have to allow time so that we can review the material effectively. Now, answering your question, I think you should be on module 1.
Okay.
And jump in on the crash course review weekend, which is this Saturday and Sunday coming up, the 20th and 21st, right? But it's okay. You're going to feel a little bit lost, and it's okay. If we talk about Erickson, we are not going to talk about 8 stages of development. We are going to talk about the 3 most important. But at least it gives you one live. By the time we do another one next month, you can also attend. You already have covered modules 1 through 5, and you should be very aware of what is in a crash course review. This way allows you at least 2 opportunities to attend this crash course review live. Got it?
And you go through the whole content within a month on average, and it's recycle it, or no?
Not entirely in a month, but we're doing the crash course more often, because if we had go in order, so it would take us 6 weeks. So now I'm putting a crash course every month to allow those folks that are testing to get at least the crash course. But every week we have a lecture. So it usually takes 6 weeks to cover the whole program.
Okay. And then I get a window time, right, to take my test for scheduling. It's 90 days. So I don't have to take it in October if I don't feel ready?
Yeah, you do not have to. And you can also, but it's good to set a date. I would honestly give yourself about 45 days, so beginning of November. Pick a date. Just pick it now, as soon as possible. Now, when it gets closer to your date, you can change your date if you feel like. Up to 48 hours. Without charge, without compromising anything. Okay. But once you pick a date, it becomes real. It becomes really serious. So we're holding ourselves to the fire, putting the feet on the fire, because we have a date. If we don't, we're just like, oh, maybe I'll study today. Maybe I'll watch a movie, So it's a good idea to do that.
I appreciate it. I know I don't want to take time away from everybody else, but thank you so much for explaining everything to me.
My pleasure, for sure.
Thank you. Friend, take care.
All right, take care. All right, Danielle, I'm sorry. Do you have a question, my dear?
Leatherman?
Hi.
Yeah. Hi, it's Danielle. Thank you. So, the first question, I actually had a question about, can we see that by any chance?
Which question?
From the Kahoot.
Oh, yeah. I can't.
If it's not possible, it's okay. I can.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, otherwise I'll have to start a new game. But what is the question about? We can talk about it.
I honestly don't remember. That's why.
Okay.
I remember. I think I forgot I think I picked the wrong answer, and you went fast. So I just wanted to know why.
All right.
It's okay. No worries.
So these questions come from the question bank.
Oh, okay.
They're copy and paste from the question bank with a little bit of changes because of it doesn't allow you to write down all the full answer, but they're all in a question bank. Okay.
Okay. Oh, and then I don't know if Tim, I can share my screen, but I don't know if Tim's still there, but
what would you like to share?
Oh, I did the.
Oh.
So I don't know.
All right.
So it really is awesome. Like able to take
Yeah.
notes
There you
on
go,
that.
team. That is a great thing. If
Yeah.
you guys can do this, it's going to cost you a little bit, maybe $30, maybe something like this, but it's the best idea because now you got your stuff organized. I'll tell
Yeah.
you this, guys, when you come home and your house is all over the place, it's really hard. If you come home, your bed is already made, your office is in the right place, you come ready. And that is the same thing with study, right? If you print your stuff and you have it in a notebook like she did, it makes a difference. It saves you time. And
Yeah.
anything that saves you time is worth a lot more than $10, $15, $30.
So just thought I'd share. It's a great idea, whoever came up with that. So thank you.
Absolutely. Yes.
All right. Have a good
All
one.
right. Thank
Good
you,
night.
Daniel. Good
Thank
night.
you. Bye.
Tam, do you have a question?
Yeah, so Dr. Lopez,
Hi.
thank you for tonight. Hey, so just to make sure, nothing this weekend, but next weekend, the 20th, 21st will be our first time meeting for the crash course, right? Nothing else next week.
Correct, man. That is correct. So we'll be meeting 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and that will last for about 8 hours. I mean, tentatively, right? 8 hours. But really is whatever is in your mind. Once the lecture is over for the day, we stay back and we can talk about anything that's in your mind.
Okay.
I don't have limits on how far we can go with this, but I want to be very respectful of everyone's time. First, we'll cover the material, and after that, it's whoever wants to stay back and talk about anything, I'm there.
Okay, it sounds good. So my last thing too, I don't mean to be repetitive, but I went back through all my modules, and last month we did the crash course. I cannot find it on my end where it was uploaded.
Okay. All right. So let me go here. If I go to crash course review, the crash course is actually uploaded in the crash course review. So if I go crash course review, the first five trainings is just me, myself, kind of going through the material. And then starting from module 6 is the new crash course review.
And see, I don't have that. That's what I was looking for today under mine, and I don't have it.
Okay. Can you go all trainings right here on the right-hand side, all trainings, go to crash course review, and now you're going to find all the trainings in the crash course review.
Crash course review. Okay, I would do that then. Okay.
So I'm going to clean it up. I'm going to talk to the IT guys because this is like more than one crash course review, which is repeat information. So those first 5 trainings is only by myself that it stays. I am going to delete some of this because it's the same information. Just keep the last one here for you. Okay. So give me about 2 days to get this done. Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Have a good night.
Good night. Mavis, hi.
Hi, Dr. Lopez. Just a quick question. Are those questions, is there any new questions for the upcoming crash course review, or should I have already took those tests?
So there are 6, and there are 600 questions. I don't think I'm going to create new questions. I think I'm going to create a new crash course review in a different format. So that way we're always repeating the same thing, but in a different ways. So I'm coming up with some ideas that might be a little bit different, but the questions I think I'm going to leave it as it is because it is a load to create questions.
So I've already received those, already done those tests, day 1, 2, and 3 questions.
Right.
Right.
So, but there are 6.
Oh, you coming up with more within a week, or should I have already received them?
So we're going to do 3 before and 3 after.
Okay.
So total 6.
I'm still a little confused.
It's okay. Every day you will receive a day 1, and then you'll receive a day 2, and then you'll receive a day 3.
Oh, I did those. Last time.
Right. Then we are going to have the crash course review, and then after that you'll receive day 4, day 5, and day 6.
Okay. Should I do those over?
I would. I mean, if you're, it's the more you do it, the better it is. There is always something to be learned, even if we already learned the material. There is something to cover. I would. Why not? So as long as you are keeping up, And then we're kind of seeing who's scoring higher and doing things like that. That's going to be fun too. Okay.
Okay, so I did do the diagnostic test, and I scored an 82 on it.
When are you testing?
I don't have a testing date. I'm scared.
Oh, no, you got to put your test date, because the longer you are sitting on the material, so statistically, you are ready. Now just fine tune the little things, right?
Okay.
Now go ahead and take diagnostic test 2 and 3 if you haven't yet, and go ahead and test as soon as possible. If you sit on it, it's likely that your score and your ability to remember things will decrease. You are at somewhat your peak at this moment. So try to take it after the crash course review. And this whole week and next week, fine tune the things that you still having problems. Identify, go back to each module and say, do I remember the medications that are inhibitors? Or do I remember the medication that cause mania? Do I remember the medications that cause depression? Just fine tune those things as you get ready for the crash course review. And then after that, go test it.
So tomorrow, should I take the second diagnostic test too?
Honestly, I would fine tune first. I would go to module 1 PDF and look at each of the topics and be like, okay, I'll remember this. You can do this in an hour. And then you do
I
module
remember
2.
all that stuff. I know it all.
So now do module 2, module 3, module 4, module 5. Take the whole week to review things. And then we're going to jump over the crash course review. And somewhere along mid next week, take your diagnostic test 2 and then see where you are. And then if it all comes up as a positive over 80%, go test it.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right. My pleasure. All right. Rena, do you have a question?
Yes, I was just had a question about, hi, Dr. Lopez.
Hi.
I just had a question with, like, when we be doing the course review, how we have the day 1 through 6 questions.
Yes.
Do we have access to those? Like, I done them, but I still have, when you sent the email, I can go back in and redo them again.
Yes, you
so
can.
Like, so it's no time limit on them?
No time limit.
Okay.
Okay. We'll try to put a time, psychological move to help people that are feeling stuck. And like, oh, I can do it tomorrow. Yes. But if we don't buckle up and we set the date, we might take 90 days, 120 days, because we can always do it tomorrow. So the earlier we confront and get a hold of this test, the better it is.
Okay. I just wanted to know, because I've been with you for a while.
Yeah,
so I have a test date now. So since I have all 6 of those days plus the 3 diagnostics tests, do you think it's best I just start doing all those tests over and over again and just going back to the material to where I'm weak at to
Yes, and then depending how's your score in the diagnostic test, plan on testing a few days after the crash course review.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Good.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. So, Judy.
Yes, Dr. Lopez. Hi.
Hi.
So this is my first time on the Kahoot today because I started last week. I'm kind of new on everything. I'm just oblivious of what's going on right now. So, but I got some answers from the answers you've been giving so far, and that kind of helped me a little bit. So my question is this: how do I get to the Kahoot? I've gotten how to get to the Kahoot, but I'm still very nervous right now how to go about this whole thing. I think I'm not ready. I'm already out of it.
It's okay. Everything is new and is a learning process. So let's start from the beginning. Start from the beginning. So once you log in the course, you get here, right?
Yeah, I did the first module before I did the diagnostic.
All right, good. So you got your diagnostic, you did your first module, let me go here, first module, and if you want, you can go all trainings, and you know that your PDF is located under the first video of each module, right?
Yeah, I got that one.
Okay, so once you're done with that, what you have to do is go to the question bank. Question bank is located in a different website, right? Let me see here.
Which website is it at?
So I sent you an email, or I believe I sent you an email that says question bank.
Okay.
So if you can look for it now, we can actually troubleshoot anything. So it's question bank, and I give you a password and give you a password and a something your login information, which is different than the other site. So once you're here, basically you guys can expand or go back here. Hey, MP Club. Now remember, you do not enroll, right? So you have to go back here. So if you are in, you continue. So 1 second, I'm gonna sign out. All right, so I'm back in. So once you're back in here, you can choose module 5 right here. And you can start module 5. Most important, you cannot give it an answer if this thing is on. You can try, it's not going to submit. In order to submit an answer, you have to exit out. Now you can submit, right? And then it gives you the password. Gives you the suggestive answers and feedback. So once you finish module 1, you go back here and you do scientific foundation, which is module 1. Now you have your scientific foundations. So the idea is that you do everything on your own. For example, module 1 video, and then you go to the question bank, module 1. In between, if your schedule allows, you can meet live. So maybe this week we did module 5 and you're just starting. It's okay. We want to be apart. We don't want to cover the same thing that you just started today, right? Okay. We want to have this time apart. Give yourself a good 45 days, a good 2 months to prepare. Now, some people have come in 3 weeks, 2 weeks. We had people with 3 days in and out. I don't recommend that. I think that's crazy. It is the most important test of our life. But we have people that just attend the crash course review and out. That individual, actually, I know because we went to school together. So about 10 years ago, so I really know she was very, very capable. She just jumped in 3 days, didn't even, just the recordings. She got the PDFs and she tested out and she passed in 3 days. But I don't recommend that. I think that it is craziness. I recommend that you do the modules, do the question bank, stop, sleep over the material, ask your question, feel supported, and like everyone else, the results will be fantastic. A lot of people say, hey, after I stay with you for 8 weeks or 9 weeks or 10 weeks, I may have learned more than I did in 2 years. We hear this a lot, right? Because we're not just teaching for the board. We're teaching you to feel more confident and giving you a lot of tools and resources. You will pass the board, okay?
Thank you.
And email me if you got questions, if you're stuck anywhere, you forgot where something is, email me. I have one person that his job is only to answer email. So if it's technical, website and things, he answers. If it's specific, I answer. Okay.
So for the Kahoot, I didn't miss anything because I didn't do last week because I just started.
Yes. So we will not have Kahoot next week, but the following week, come in a little bit earlier and I'll show you how it's done. Okay. Kahoot is just a fun place, a fun game.
After the 30 days, I can still have access to the Kahoot, crash course, and everything else.
We are on until you pass the board and however long that takes. There is no charge. There is nothing else. The only thing that's separate that I don't have control is the flashcard. That's 3 months. That's the deal that I got from them. I pass it on to you guys. I have no control over the app. But what I have control.
Flashcard, I didn't see that.
Yeah, there is an option to get the flashcard. It's a great tool. I like it a lot. And you have access for 3 months, right? But it is $49. That is from Brainscape. I love the flashcard because it allows you to quickly move through the material. Okay.
Okay.
So it is on the website if you're interested, but that's, I don't have control over that because it's Brainscape product. So, alrighty. Next person. I'm so sorry, I muted you. Could you unmute yourself again?
What is the same material on the flashcard is on the modules,
Yes.
right?
Same material, modules 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, crash course preview now.
It's just broken down.
Yes. Okay. The next person is Baby Ree. Hi. Hi.
I just wanted to know if the 5 comprehensives that we have in our testing bank, and then the ones that you give in before the crash course review, is there? I do have the emails from last time, so I think I heard you just say. I'm just trying to clarify. Can I go in and do those as a comprehensive way to see where I'm at? I didn't do them the last time because I was still just starting.
Yes, ma'am, you can. Or you can continue whatever you are, and you are going to receive them from me again, starting Tuesday, I believe. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
I finished all of the modules. I'm doing the review stuff now, like the overall review. So I did all of the modules 1 through 5, and I'm working on just the one where you're reviewing by yourself. And then I'm going to the module 6.
All right. So then it will be just in time so we can do the module 6 in a different format. Then it would be helpful if you can do on your own. And then when you come to the live, it's going to be the same material, but presented in a different format.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. Thank you.
Absolutely. My pleasure. All right. Next person is Felixa. Felixa? Sorry.
Hi, Dr. Lopez.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing great.
Okay, good.
How about yourself? Doing all right? A little nervous?
Yeah, it's no, because I come in, I do not, because I have the test date on the 26th. I mentioned it to you, and then I think I was just with you a week, has been a week. And I did do the test one, the diagnostic one. And then they said that there is the other like 3 diagnostic.
Yes.
So I was like, where is it? I was just trying to proceed because I just don't have the beauty of doing like what you explained, because I kind of like jump in the middle of that.
No
so
problem.
Rena actually the one that referred me to you because of I just need to be organized, but I have reviewed under my own.
Okay.
And so what would be the I look at really like all the question, and I did the first diagnostic, and then I think according to that I passed just a little bit,
Right.
But then I'm so eager to do the rest.
Okay.
Just to see where I'm at.
Yeah. So let me help you here.
Mhm.
I think you should not take the diagnosis test just to see where you at. I think you should sit for the diagnosis test as if it is the real test. So let's say your test is the 30th. And then you should be planning to take the diagnosis test 1 and 2 the 23rd, about 7 to 10 days before your test date. But in your mind, your test date should be the 23rd as you're setting for this test, because this way you will truly analyze and see what are your weaknesses and what are the things that you think you know. If you just take the test, you may blow away some opportunities by saying, oh, I made some silly mistakes. Yes, but we want to catch those silly mistakes at your peak, right?
Oh,
so,
I see.
Yeah. Statistically, if you take it the first time, diagnosis test 1 and 2 and 3.
Where is the 3 one? I think
3 1 is not in our website. I send it via email.
Oh, I see. I see.
So here you go to all trainings. And then you go module 7 is diagnosis test 1.
I did that.
If you click here, you go here, and it's diagnosis test 1. If you go back, you can click all trainings, and you can go to diagnose test 2, which is module 8. And then you can take module 8. You click here, and then you have your test right here. Start now.
So this weekend I'm trying to do the early, because I'm a morning person, like morning
Yeah.
to do the module at the diagnostic 2. Will that be a good timing?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
if you feel, just make sure you review the material. Don't just take it, right? Review the material.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, set
I
for
did
like.
review the material. Mostly it has been through your videos and but not. I do not really have the beauty of going to like the previews, like do the module PDF and then do. I do not have that time.
But I think you should, in my opinion, go back and download the PDFs.
I did.
Okay, but then that's okay, right? And then you catch the lectures, but the most important is you go back to the PDF, and because the lectures are the same thing as the PDF, but you can do the whole module 1 in 1 hour review by yourself.
Okay.
But with me, it's going to take 5 hours because I have to explain different things. But you can do the whole thing. So basically, you can review the whole course in less than 6 hours by yourself. If you do the PDFs alone, right?
Yeah.
So as long as you've done the videos and now you're just going back to the material in the PDF, it's going to be much faster. Okay.
All right, then
Thank you.
that sounds like a plan to me.
Alrighty. Thank you,
But
man.
thank you.
My pleasure. Nikish, you have to mute yourself. Hi.
How you doing?
Great. How about yourself?
I'm okay, Dr. Lopez, but I'm just a little bit disorganized anyway.
Okay. Hey, it's okay. You know, it is a lot of material. It is a lot of things that we have to cover. But if you really look, it's a lot less than the whole book, right? It's a lot less than the whole book. Like this thing here is highlighted, it's a lot of information. So we broke them down into PDFs for you to make your life a little bit easier. But it's still, we cannot make it super we got if it's high yield, we got to cover what's important. It does not mean we have to cover everything. If we cover everything, then nothing is important, right? So what is in a course is what you need to know to pass the board.
Yeah, because someone said that she downloaded the PDF and took it to
Staples and
made a book out of it, something like that.
Yeah.
So is it like downloading it, putting it in a flash drive and take it there?
Yeah, you can download it and go to the first video of each module, and then kind of like, here is your module 1, and then just print it out. I even highlight things that I think is super important, like frontal lobe, behavior problems, personality problems. I would put all this in a PDF because I can go through this very quickly in half an hour and kind of like don't have to watch the videos again, right? And I even highlighted things that are super important for you.
Okay. Yeah, the thing is that I don't have the motivation to study because by the time I come back from work, I'm tired.
So let's do this. Do you like your work?
Yeah, I do.
You like your work? What do you do?
I'm an MP though.
Oh, you are an MP. Okay. So what made you invest 2 years or a year and a half or 3 to become a psych MP?
I know that.
We got to talk about it because no one ever changes unless the pain of staying the same is greater than the pain of changing. Right? So I'll mute you here for a second and you can mute yourself. That is the truth. We only change, all of us, when the pain of staying the same is bigger than the pain of changing. It's human nature, right? So you have to look at it like, do you like your job? And financially too, you made the decision to go to school for a year and a half or 2 years or 3 years, and you did, and you graduated. Now now no one's gonna tell you to take the board. You just gotta. You done 99% of the everything else. You just gotta cross the finish line. You just gotta buckle up. Don't like it? Do it anyways. Don't want to do it anyways. Because once that's done, then you can expand your practice. You can open your own FNP, PMHNP practice, right? You can start doing beauty and mental health. Why not? There's many opportunities, right?
Yeah, because I don't know, the loan that I incurred doing this program is a lot. To get a DMP program is not an easy loan anyway. But however, I'm just discouraged for the fact that around here where I live in Maryland, it's hard to get a job as a psych NP. That's the discouraging thing. It's very discouraging because you apply because some of my friends already got the DMP program in psych and they already took their board, and they are just home. They are working as an NP, family that we are, no job. So I think it's saturated here. So that's the thing that is just driving me, just decreasing my motivation to do stuff.
All right. So here's the thing, right? I'm not going to say that it's true or not true. But in order for us to move to the next level, we have to be ready. In order for us to apply for the job, we need the certificate. So I think watching one thing at a time. So right now is the focus on a board. And after that, what you do is instead of applying for jobs, wait for jobs to come to you. So how do you do that? Well, by promoting yourself, by writing articles, by participating in the community. And I promise you, every single week you have a job offer. It seems that it comes from nowhere. Like, I see. So basically, it's different way of approaching. I got a lot of jobs from Maryland. So that's why I'm a little bit confused. I thought Maryland was pretty good. But maybe there's some opportunities there that you may have to look into it and see if you'll be applicable, depending where in Maryland, right? So, but anyways, I think for now we have to one step at a time. Just think about the board right now, so that way when you're ready for the job, you can apply for it.
Okay. All right. I'll just go and do it anyway. I'll just go and make a copy so that I can be studying at work.
That's it.
Because if I do have the chance to do that.
Yeah, I agree with that. If it's okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Last person here is Felixa.
Dr. Lopez, sorry.
Hi.
I forgot to ask you, could you tell me really quick about how to do the craft assessment? I think the car and then the app, I reading it, then it gets so confused. How do I do this?
All right. Anybody wants to take a stab at it and explain how craft assessment works? What do we use craft for? Anyone? Nobody?
It's for the young folks.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when we say craft, we say is an assessment for screening for a brief clinical assessment tool, right? For who? Young folks, what the age usually? 12 to 18. Some statistics may say 21, right? So, and then we got to know craft. We got the C is questions, just like a yes or no, right? Craft. So craft is for adolescents, right? So we can say the C is for the car, as in, have you ever written in a car driven by someone with who was high or intoxicated, right? If it's yes, you put a yes. If no, is a no. R is for relax. Do you ever use alcohol to relax, feel better about yourself? Yes or no? A is for alone, right? Do you ever use alcohol or drugs by yourself, alone? F is to forget. So do you ever forget things that you did while using alcohol? We're looking for blackout here, right? And yeah, so the F, a family, right? So that is family too. Family tells you that you should cut down on the drink. And also sometimes there is two F's. One is for forget and one is for family. And the T is for the trouble. Have you ever gotten into trouble while drinking alcohol or drugs? So that is the craft in a nutshell. Okay.
Right. So there is the reason why I'm asking this. There is a practicing question, and then there is a question. They tell us how to score it, and there is this person particularly drinking just to try, and also take substance. But the vignette saying is not really like he's indicated high risk for the car itself. So now the question is, what I do not understand is how do I score that into the craft? The answer is it's at 0, and then but then since this patient trying drugs, then it's 1. So that's what threw me off. I said, how do I understand this?
Yeah, so the craft is a yes or no, right?
Okay.
And then is a yes or no, the first part. It's like the question for the craft, the acronym. And then you can do like ask the frequent questions about alcohol, marijuana, and other substance over the 12 months. And you can also do more than 2 yes answers on the craft would be considered a positive screen. So I think that is what you're referring to.
Oh.
More than 2. So what else is more than 2? Cage.
Right.
So craft and cage. Both if more than 2 or 2. Really, 2, not more than 2. 2 or more, but starting at 2, then it is a positive. Then from there, you move them to a appropriate, more appropriate task, like outed for alcohol, for example.
I see. Oh, okay. So that's what.
Oh, yeah, I think that's what you're talking about.
Okay. So, all right then. Well, that's it. Thank you.
All right then. All right, folks. Let's get here Damiola. Lola.
Hi. Yeah. So I just bought the flashcards.
Okay.
So how do I look in my email? I haven't received anything.
Okay.
So how do I access it?
The flashcard, it is something that is manual. So you will be getting today or the latest tomorrow. Very likely today. You'll be getting there. And then once you do, you have a link. Once you access the link, we cannot stop the timer. Once you activate it, it's activated. And it will know where you are in the flashcard. And basically you have 3 months. So just give me a little bit of time. That is a manual process. My wife usually is the one who handles response to that. So she'll be sending this very soon.
Okay. Because my exam date is I think second week in October.
Okay. Second week of October. Okay. Make sure you're looking at the crash course review documents. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. We'll be sent to you very, very shortly, probably immediately after this meeting. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
My pleasure. All right. Anybody else has any questions or any other concerns? Otherwise, I'll see you guys next Saturday. It's important that if you don't want to do it, if you feel tired, just think about what you have to gain about this or how much you have put in. It's just the finish line, right? The most important test of your life. Like today, we had 2 calls of people crying on the phone. That was more than usual, but it is tears of happiness. So what we do not want is tears of regret, right? Tears of regret is the worst tear ever. I say the story of I say the story of Lola. My daughter left Lola outside, and Lola almost died, right? It wasn't that bad. It was like an hour, and she was hot. And then she's like, Dad, I almost killed the dog. And then she was crying the whole time. It was a hot day. These are tears of regret. Why? Because she was on her phone and she got distracted and she walked away. These are the opportunities that we do not want to miss. Right now, we have everything that we need to pass. So we need to hit the books hard. Like, give it no chance for other than a positive result. No other chance. And then after that, you can relax. You can go to a vacation. You can go to anywhere you want, right? So after that, you can relax. And that's what I think you should do. You should do your test date and pick something for you after that. Already buy it in advance. Go to Jamaica, go to Bahamas, go buy a jewelry. Whatever you want as your present for completing your DMP, your master's program, and passing the board certification, you should get it. Do not think about money in a way that, it's too expensive. No, you deserve it. Okay? That is the peak of your professional. Go ahead and promise yourself something and go get it. Buy it already. Just pick it up after the board. So that's something that I did. I said, well, I'm going to take my mini vacations that I said that I was going to go, and I didn't go with my wife because otherwise I would have been a pain. I would have been thinking about it. So I booked it, and I said immediately after the board, we are going on vacation. That is, I'm stuck. So now I said we immediately after the board. Do that, guys. Trust the process. You will pass. You will pass. Just like everybody else. You will pass. Okay? All right. I don't want to take much of your time as always. I want to be respectful, but it's absolutely wonderful to see all of you guys here. I get super excited. Your day is coming so soon. I can see it. I can taste it. Okay? Your time is coming very, very soon. We actually have two more questions. So Judy, do you have a question there?
Yeah, Dr. Lopez. So I'm kind of a little bit challenging using mnemonics. Is there something that can help me? I like those mnemonics, but I'm just not
Right. Yeah. Pick something that is helpful. Let's talk about a few. Either sick face or the other mnemonic. Pick something that is helpful. Pick like the mnemonics for medication that causes mania. The mnemonics for the medication that causes depression. Pick the ones that it sticks with you. And if you have trouble, email me and I'll create a mnemonic for you. I mean, those are old, that are recorded long ago. But if you give me a topic and you give me a couple hours, I probably can create something that would possibly connect with you even more. It's not that hard. If you're stuck, email me. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Clementine. Hello. Do you have a question, my dear? Okay, I'm not sure. All right, folks, if you don't have a question, Clementine, you can put it in a chat box if you have a question. Otherwise, I am super excited to see you guys pass. I am just like every single day. I do my prayers and then immediately I get my WhatsApp and see who passed. I can't say WhatsApp, otherwise I'll be stuck there forever answering questions because I love it. I gotta go to work, right? So, first thing is like, who passed today? Let me see who passed today. So I'm tracking you guys. I'm watching each and every one of you guys. I'm watching very closely from behind the scene, right? I don't want to intrude. I don't want to be, I don't want to intrude in your space. I want to respect what you want to do and how you are handling things. But I'm also here to advise and give you a different perspective if you want to, okay? Always in a respectful ways, because there is no right way of doing things. The right way is the way that works for you. That is the only right way. My way is maybe what worked for many people, And that's okay. If I can explain that it's okay, but doesn't mean it is the right and the only way. We can skin the cat in many different ways. So that means whatever is not working for you, we got to talk and then find a different thing that works. As simple as that. Okay. All right. Awesome. As always, I'll see you guys in a Super Crash Course review the September 20th and 21st. It's going to be awesome. I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.